I've painted famous and infamous surfers around pots. Country and western singers on pots. I did a whole lot of stuff about the Port Adelaide Football Club. The Labor Party, the good old Labor Party, Gough and Hawkey and Keating on pots. I'll paint anything.
Gerry Wedd's an iconic South Australian potter who's known and loved for his distinct ceramics.
I think the kind of work I do, it aims to do different things, I think, than contemporary visual art. But I could just have a big chip on my shoulder. I'm not sure. If I go to museums or art galleries or whatever, I'm more interested in the things, the ceramics, the tapestries, the kind of things that are in people's everyday lives, rather than the big concept-driven things, which is kind of the way I feel about art, I suppose. Maybe it's the hand that is what draws me in, that I can see the hand of the maker in the work. That thing about touch and the handmade is quite seductive. Well, it's very seductive for me. And I also like the fact that it's completely anachronistic, that all of the things I make are made by factories and you can buy them very cheaply and are made en masse. I want the things that I make that go into people's houses to have that human touch, I suppose.
And now a 40-year career has culminated in his most ambitious project yet, an entire room encompassing all things Gerry Wedd.
This is like the inside of my head on a Monday morning, just after I've listened to RN and I've put on the drones, you know? Sometimes I think your brain is just like a filter. Well, for me, anyway. Yeah, and so it's very much coming in here and coming out here, you know. There are all kinds of pictures over this wall. There's every possible type of skull, people in their underpants, self-medication, the odd domestic dispute, pair of pyjamas.
Are they random images, like things that just come to you at the time, or are they very thought out?
It's a lot of it is just this loose linkage and trying to like kind of democratise images. You know, there's the idea that you would have just flowers on things or just birds, or and I like the idea of making the image of the bong as important as an image of a flower. Actually, the interesting thing about blue and white is that it's like camouflage. People look at them from a distance and think that they're going to say, home is where the heart is, and they take it for granted that that's what they're going to say. But as people get in closer, it's saying something altogether different, and maybe it may be, in domestic terms, a little bit subversive. I chose a whole lot of little snippets of songs that, for me, when they're removed from the songs, become slightly philosophical, or they become kind of directives, or those horrible things, those self-affirmations. So in some ways I'm taking the piss out of self-affirmations as well. What I didn't want to do was to try and make a piece of contemporary art. And I actually kind of fought against that. And 40 years of the same ideas, you know, getting tumbled over and over and over in my head. I just wanted to do something that was kind of, I mean, it's a funny word, but kind of honest, and that reflected, you know, kind of 40 years of making.